Peace, family. MJ the Mastermind back again with another video. Personal development, reality creation, all things in between. All right, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about the mirror of reality and how the mirror of reality works. All right, so make sure you watch this video until the very end. I promise you're going to get value out of it. All right, so listen, let's talk about the mirror, y'all. Let's talk about the mirror of reality, how it works, what that concept is. Okay, so when we're talking about the mirror of reality, listen, the universe will reflect back to us our inner state. Okay, so whatever you are manifesting on a frequency, energetic, vibrational level, like your inner state, your dominant emotional vibration, even on a subconscious level, that is what is going to manifest into your life. Okay? Now, the thing is that the universe has a gestation period. Okay? And all a gestation period means is that things take time, or what we perceive as time, right? What we perceive as time, things take time to manifest into our physical reality. So most times, I mean, it can be instant, but most times if you're manifesting something of some level of stature, it will take some time. All right. Now, when we talk about the mirror of reality, is that like a lot of times, we as people, we get caught up on our current reality, like our current results, and what is currently manifesting us, what is currently manifesting for us in our current reality, right? Because that's all we can see. That's all we can see with our eyes. So it's hard to, well, let's not say that. Well, it can be difficult to not get caught up for a lot of people in their physical reality. All right. But most people assume reality works like this: a thought into an immediate result. But it really works like this: identity, behavior, energy, gestation period, and then physical results. Okay. So when people start changing their mindset or identity, they expect instant results, right? But when those results don't show up immediately, they think it isn't working, all right? But the truth is that the mirror has a gestation period. And when I say gestation period, again, it's like pregnancy. The gestation period for pregnancy is 9 months, okay? The gestation period for a pineapple, a lot of you may not know this, is like 18 months to 2 years, all right? So everything has its period that it takes to manifest into its form. All right. Now, it's the same thing with the universe. Okay. Now, let's give an example here. Right. The gym. If you go to the gym once, you're not going to see results immediately. You might see a little quick pump. You might get a little quick pump, but there's not going to be any lasting results. Okay. All right. But if you go consistently over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and more, your body eventually has no choice but to change. Okay? And reality works the same way. Okay? So as long as you continue to hold that frequency, that identity, and that frame, the mirror of reality has to catch up, okay? But you have to have the perspective. You have to have the right perspective with this, okay? Because you can't be so focused on when the results are going to be coming, because now you're attached to the outcome, okay? And when you're attached to the outcome, you add excess potential. Okay, you add importance, okay, and it makes that thing harder to manifest into reality. All right. And this is why a lot of people can struggle to manifest certain things in their life, because they quit, right? When reality doesn't reflect back what they want immediately or in the time frame that they think it will take, they may quit, they may give up, right? Not knowing that these are just tests, that the universe and reality are, testing us to make sure that we can hold that frame, hold that frequency, right? Now, one thing we have to understand is that reality always reflects back to us a past version of ourselves, okay? And this is why you can never be upset with your physical manifestations, your current manifestations, because these are just manifestations of a past version of you. Okay? So if you change today, that doesn't mean you're going to see results tomorrow, right? But over time, over that gestation period of you holding that identity, it's universal law that the mirror must start to reflect the reality that's in alignment with that identity. Okay? Now, in the most recent video, we talked about the tests and the dance with the universe. We talked about that. All right? So if you are not familiar with that, go back and watch that previous video. Okay? But here's the thing, y'all. It's universal law. The mirror has no choice. Right? The mirror has no choice but to change and reflect back the version of reality that's in alignment with that identity that you're holding. Okay? All right? But you just got to understand that there's a delay. So don't always beat yourself up if you don't see your life completely change in the time frame that you want it to. Okay? That's the whole thing about it. You don't know when it's going to happen, right? We hear about the story about the overnight success, right? And we always hear about these people that are deemed overnight successes, about the years and years that they put in before that. Sometimes decades, right? So you don't never know when it's going to happen for you, when reality is going to shift or when it's going to change. But it's universal law that it will. It's universal law that our external reality is a reflection of our internal reality. All right? Our external world is a reflection of our inner world. So it has to eventually change. That's why, people that are really negative, pessimistic people usually don't have lives that they're happy with. All right? Because the universe is going to reflect to us our mental and mindset. All right? So you have to believe this, y'all. You have to. Well, believe it or not, it's going to happen, right? Whatever is your dominant frequency, your dominant beliefs, your dominant habits of thought, that will manifest into your reality. You can't run from it. Okay? But it's one thing that, the main point I wanted to get across to you guys is there's a delay, right? Sometimes it may take 3 months. Sometimes it may take 6 months. Sometimes it may take a year. Sometimes it may take a couple of years. Sometimes it may take a decade. Okay? But you have to be willing to accept that. Right? Because what's going to be the most valuable part of the journey is not the end of the journey. It's the person you became through the journey. All right? And that's what you have to fall in love with. Okay? And that's what you have to fall in love with, is that process of the person that you're becoming. All right? Love y'all, man. Peace, love, and abundance. Man, like, comment, or subscribe or don't. I love you regardless, man. Hope this video added value to you all, man. Make sure to continue tapping in. All right? Until the next one.